Yo, VIP. Let's kick it.
Hi, and welcome back to Luxe Garage. I'm Jason, and this is Luxe Garage. Thanks for coming back and seeing me. I got another box of arrows to go over from the garage. And I also wanted to thank everybody for coming by my first live that I had last night. I've been nervous about it the last couple of days, and whenever I got in there, it just kind of went away because I had about 24 people in there at one time. We were talking Hot Wheels, diecast, you know, everything. But anyway, I want to thank y'all for coming by and checking out the live. But let's go ahead and get started with those arrows. We'll get started here with our first arrow. It's a 67 Camaro from the Dream Garage in '09. And if you look there, the whole base is put on backwards. You got your grill in your trunk, and then you got your tail lights next to your hood there. You can see that got the large front wheel, and then you got the small back wheel. And the whole base has just been put on backwards. So that's a pretty wild looking arrow there on the 67 Camaro. Next here we got another arrow for the 67 Camaro. This is also the Dream Garage from '09. And if you look there in the back, you can see that it's not put together correctly. So whenever they put the rivet in, evidently the car wasn't setting the machine correct, and whenever it went down, it riveted into the body crooked. And the front end went on well, but the back end, you can see, is kind of all jacked up, so that's pretty cool. And this first one was from the same series, the Dream Garage from '09. Got two different colors with two different arrows there. That's pretty cool. Next here we got a 2008 new models. This is the '69 Chevelle. And hard to tell there, the back end's separated. You can kind of see the front end separated a little bit. But if you look underneath, it's not been riveted together, so it's kind of just rattling around in the package there. You can kind of tell that the windshield's pushed back and down. And like I said, it's separated. And it never got riveted, so that's a real cool arrow. You don't see a lot of those. That's cool. Next here we got a 2007 new models of the Wastelander dirt bike here. You'll see that the stand's not in there correct, but if you look at the front wheel, it's just flopping around in the package there, back and forth. You can see it. Right there's the pin that goes through the spokes, and that's pretty wild right there. Pretty cool little arrow there on that one. Next here we've got a Real Rider series. This is the Mercedes Unimog. I believe this was from 1995 whenever this come out. That was the first year of the segment series. This is the Real Rider Mercedes-Benz Unimog. If you look there, the front wheel don't look correct, but if you look in the front, you see that the whole chassis there has got a big crack in it. And if you look in there, whenever they went to rivet it, the rivet didn't go in correct spot, and then it riveted down, and you can kind of see that it cracked the chassis and all that. And it's pretty wild looking in the package, but that's a pretty cool arrow right there. Next here we got a 2002. This is the Mini Cooper Treasure Hunt. And if you look there, the back and the front wheel are both shifted back. I believe whenever they went to put them together, they were sitting in this side correctly, but not in this side. So whenever they riveted together, pushed the wheels backwards on that. So that's pretty cool arrow on a treasure hunt. Next here we got another 2002. This is the Mini Cooper Treasure Hunt. And if you look there, the roll cage is stuck down between the body and the chassis. So if there's a pin on the bottom of these where you're supposed to be able to let the body come off. And you can see whenever they put it together, the roll cage got hung between and it never put it in the right position. So that's pretty cool. Let me bring this one back up here. So you got two different arrows on the same treasure hunt. That's pretty cool right there. Pretty neat. Next here we've got the treasure hunt of the Double Vision from 2000. And if you look there, the front wheel's large. It's supposed to be small, so it's got all large wheels on it. Kind of fills up the whole fender well there. It won't even roll. That's a pretty cool little arrow there. Next here we've got a treasure hunt of the See You Later. But if you look in there, it's actually got the hammered coupe in there. So it's just a mispackage of the hammered coupe into a See You Later treasure hunt pack. So that's pretty cool. Next here we got a 56 Merc. This is the Hot Auction series from 2010. And you can see the hood was left open and they painted the engine in bay all green to match the rest of the car. So that's a pretty cool arrow right there. Next we got a 2007 new models of the 66 Chevy Nova. And if you'll look there on the front fender, it looks like a piece of chrome or a piece of solder one has dropped down on the fender and it's stuck to it. I've tried to shake it around and it doesn't move, but it's a pretty cool little arrow there, nothing crazy. Next here we got an '09 Corvette ZR1 from the Faster Than Ever series, and if you'll look there on the side, there's a big glob of paint that stretches across there, and that's pretty wild looking area. Kind of sticks way out on the side, and that's pretty cool. Next here we got the Hot Wheels City Batmobile. If you look at the paint there on the front and as it goes to the back, you can see how light the paint is. You can see the Zamac metal underneath where it didn't get sprayed very well on the front, and then it kind of fades off and gets thicker as it goes to the back. So that's a pretty cool area right there. And this next area is one of my favorite areas. This is from the 3rd Annual Collectors Nationals. This was in 2003, the 35th anniversary of Hot Wheels, but this was my first Nationals that I ever attended. Me and my dad went up there, and me or him one pulled this car. They were limited to 2,000, and this is number 898 of 2,000. But anyway, me and my dad, either one, got this for our registration car, but if you'll look there, the whole top has a big smudge down it of paint. And I just thought that was cool because that was my first Nationals, and me and my dad, either one, I don't remember which one pulled this car, so that one's always going to be very special. Next here we got a 2004 treasure hunt of the 65 Pontiac Bonneville, and if you look there on the back window, the treasure hunt symbol looks like there's extra logo paint there that's been smeared down the back window. So that's a cool little area there. Next here we've got a 2005. This is a treasure hunt of the 57 Chevy. Nothing crazy on this one, but if you look at the J-hook there, it's actually slid down and the whole blister's off the package there. It's nothing major, but I thought it was pretty cool, so I went ahead and got it. Next here we got a 2004 treasure hunt of the Morris wagon, and if you look there, the whole motor is frosted. And this one does have the little belt looking black on the inside. Some of them, the chrome ones, more chrome ones didn't have that. And then it's also got a big chunk of something there on the back, above the back tire. Now this one also had a different variation with another set of rims on it too. So that's a pretty cool little area on that treasure hunt. Next here we've got us a classic Nomad. This is a 55 Chevy Nomad. This is the Hot Auction series from 2010. And if you look there on the side pipes and at the front grille, it's not chromed. It's like the white type plastic there coming through. It should be chrome. So that's a pretty cool area there if I can get it to focus right. Next here we got a custom Ford Bronco from the Hot Wheel Racing 2010 set. And as you can see, there's no tampos on this one. That's a really cool area there. I really like the looks of that one. I think it looks better without the tampos. That's real cool. Next here we got a 2008 Web Trading Cards. This is the Myers Manx. And if you look there, there's missing the tampos on the side. It's supposed to have some flames going right there on the sides. Kind of that matches like the hood and stuff. So that's a pretty cool area there. Next here we got a Pontiac Firebird from the Main Street series. And if you look at the tampos there on the side, they've all been double stamped. You see the Hot Wheel symbol and then the Highway Patrol there. Kind of crazy. It messes with your eyes. That's a really cool area there. Next here we got a Hot Rod Magazine series of the 33 Ford Roadster. And if you look in there, it's missing all the fenders, the front and the back, going down the side. And that's a pretty cool area there. Next here we've got a Volkswagen Type 181 Hot Wheel Premier 09. I call this thing a Volkswagen thing, but I guess its proper name is Volkswagen Type 181. But if you look in there, it's missing the top. It's supposed to have a top on it. And that's a pretty cool little area there. Next we got a 99 first edition of the 36 Cord, number 1 of 26. And if you look there, it's missing the whole front fenders on it. And that's pretty cool there. Next here we got a Lotus Sprite from the Spy Force series. And if you look there on the back, you can see that the wing is not put in correctly. And it got hung up on the body, I guess, when they was putting it together. So, it's a pretty neat little area. Next here, we got a Hot Wheels Super Chrome of the Scorching Scooter. And if you look there at the front handlebars, the forks that go down does not connect to the front wheel like it's supposed to. And they're stuck way out in the front, past the wheel. So, that's a pretty cool little area there. Next here, we got a Pit Cruiser from the Race World Highway series from 2010. And it's missing the handlebars there on the front. So, kind of neat little area there. Next here we've got a Hot Wheels race. This is the Super Blitzen. And if you'll look there, it looks like they put an extra windshield in that one inside the pack. So it's got its windshield in the car, but it's also got an extra one packaged with the car. So that's pretty cool. Super Blitz in there. Next here we've got the first edition 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. And if you'll look there, there's an extra piece of plastic there inside the package. I'm not 100% sure what that plastic goes to. And if we look inside, this is the white floorboard variation. So this is a lot harder to find than the regular chrome floorboard variation. So that's a real cool area there. Next here we've got a 1995. This is a 1933 Ford Lowboy. This is a mainline. And if you look there, the front windshield's sticking straight up and down. And if we look at the base, it's frosted. But you also look at the side there, you can see that the base kind of goes and bows down and comes back up underneath the door there. So whatever this windshield's doing in here is pushing that base down. And it's got a frosted base. So that's a pretty cool little area on that. Next here we've got the Nissan Skyline GTR. This is the R32 from the Dream Garage from '09. And nothing crazy here, but if you look there on the front windshield, it's got a big scratch gouge all the way across it. Kind of neat little area, nothing crazy. Good looking car, but it's pretty wild. It had that big gouge scratch across the front windshield, so I just went ahead and picked it up. Next here we got a 2008 All-Stars. This is the Ferrari 360 Modena. And if you look there on the back wheel, it's all small. And it's supposed to have a large rear wheel. And it's all small wheels. So it's a pretty cool little area on the Ferrari. Next here we got a 2007 new models of the Chevy Camaro concept car. If you look there on the front, it's got a 5-hole. And then on the back, it's got your open hole 5. So that's pretty cool little area there on that Camaro. Next here we got the Hot Ones Hot Wheels. This is the 70s van, super van. And if you look there, it's got 2 different rims on it. It's got a basic wheel on the front and it's got a 5-spoke on the rear. So I really like the paint job on that one. It's got a metal base too. It's real heavy, but 2 different rims. That's a pretty cool area there on that one. Next here we got a Midnight Auto from the Heat Fleet '09 series. If you look there on the front, it's got all large wheel. It's supposed to have a small wheel on the front. And it's got all large wheels. So it's a pretty cool little area on that one. Next here we got a Hot Wheels Classic of the 40 Ford convertible. And if you look in there close, it's got all small wheels. It's supposed to have a larger wheel on the rear. And that would be a hard one to find if you're just kind of looking at it. But it does supposed to have a large wheel on the rear. So that's a pretty cool area. Next we got a Hot Wheels Classic of the SS Express Chevelle. And if you'll look there, the front wheel doesn't have red lines, and the rear wheel does. It's supposed to have red lines on front and rear wheel. So that's a pretty cool little area there. Next here we got a 67 Pontiac GTO from the Hot Wheels Racing 2012 series. This one come out of the bin of death, you can tell by the packaging, but the back wheel there is jammed between the fender well and the base. It's kind of kicked out there, you can see it. Pretty wild looking there. But yeah, this has definitely been in the bin of death at one time, but it's a pretty cool little area and it's a good looking car. Last year we got us a 2004 first edition of the Bedlam, and this is the Zamac series. And if you look there on the back wheel, it's missing a lot of the chrome there on the back wheel. And this is a pretty cool little area there. I found the pink one of these at the Kmart day whenever it come out, and that was an extremely hard piece to find, the pink Bedlam first edition. But this is the Zamac version. I thought it's cool, missing a little bit of the back chrome on the back tire. Well, that's pretty cool. And that's all there is I'm going to go over for today. If you like what you're seeing, please like, share, follow, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. I'd appreciate it. If there's anything else you want to know more about or see more of, just put it in the comments and I'll try to get it in one of the next ones. I'm also going to continue to do my lives on Tuesday night at 8 Central Standard Time. I had my first live this last week. It was a blast. Had a great audience in there, over 24 people, and we just talked diecast and Hot Wheels and everything. It was pretty awesome. But anyway, if you're interested in that, put your notification bells on and I'll catch you next Tuesday. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I appreciate you coming back and seeing me, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Thank you. Turn it up, get on the floor. Everybody walk a dinosaur. Turn it up, get down the floor. Everybody walk a dinosaur. Bang! I'm gonna live forever. Catch you a little there. Wow. And if you look there, the front wheels on the front and the back wheels on the back. Hi, and welcome back. Check. Check out reality. Blah 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 blah. First live, killer, awesome, fun.
Don't worry, folks. After all, it's only a cartoon.